Hi, folks. We're
Hi.
back. It's Jenifer. I'm Gary, I think.
Me.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Good to have you with us. Um, let's see. We got, I'm just making sure everything is in order here. I think it is. I think it is. Okay. Um, a couple of prayer items, if prayer is part of your existence. Beth this afternoon sent text to us that she has become sick. I don't think it's COVID, just bad cold, whatever, aches and pains. And what did she say? I just want to go to bed. So I think she went to
She's been
bed.
working out in the yard a
Yeah.
lot, so maybe she caught a chill.
Yep. So Beth is sick. So prayers for her. And then the other day, a couple days ago, Nanette McDougal, I think I have that right, posted a picture where she was in the hospital with some undiagnosed, her left side wasn't functioning right, and so on and so forth. So prayers for her too, if that's what you do. Haven't seen any updates. It was just that one picture of her in the hospital gurney. Looked like she was headed down the hall. So um,
Dear.
we hope she's going to be okay. But Nanette, a regular here, just about every week.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Um, Stitching and chatting tonight. And Sunday, Danielle Clough is our guest. You'll want to be able to catch that one. She's from Cape Town, South Africa. Fascinating, talented young lady, really talented. Quite a circuitous, meandering career where she has tested and tried everything and found needle art to be where she's making her living. But an interesting life and a very talented young lady. Really enjoyed talking with her. So that's Sunday, and she's doing a Skillshare. I'm waiting on pictures. I wrote to her today because I hadn't received any pictures from her. She's filming a Skillshare class. So we talk about that a little bit. But if you're interested in or you know about Skillshare, she's filming this week a class. I forget what the topic is, but needle arts class with Skillshare. It's one of those where you can sign up and take a class. And it's all videotaped. So yeah, she's a good one. Um, can't remember. I'll remember her Instagram name in a minute. It'll come to me. Next Wednesday, now make a note on your calendar for next Wednesday because Kathy Andrews will be with us. If you listened last Sunday, was it last Sunday? 2 Sundays ago, to Kathy Andrews, we talked about art stitching and project stitching. And when Beth and I did a video at EGA of the various entries in the exhibit, one of Kathy's entries was an art exhibit, the stitching she did when she had breast cancer, when she was battling breast cancer, and stitching she did throughout the process to deal with the emotions and all the things. Some supportive comments from her daughters and so on and so forth. It's very, very moving stuff. And she did a video and sent it to me to show the whole thing, the whole progression of art. And then I asked her if she would uh, talk about it and show things on a Wednesday night show live so you guys can ask questions. And she said she would. So that's going to be next Wednesday. It's powerful stuff. And as far as I know, she's battled through it and won the battle. Um, Mastectomies and the whole bit. So join us next Wednesday because well, Kathy's just a fantastic talent, tremendous lady, and this story told in needlework is very powerful. So join us for that next Wednesday. Tell your friends because it will be most interesting, and like I said, an opportunity for you to ask questions and get a sense of what that was all about. But you could tell it's a powerful tool that helped her get through a very difficult time. So that is next Wednesday. Then the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, Kathy Ray will be back for another Thread Talk session. And if you have topics, I've been kind of feeding her the topics, and she has her own, but if she wants to do the ones that we're interested in. So if you have a topic that you'd like her to cover, let me know, and then I'll pass that on to Kathy because yeah, she can do her own. Trust me, she can do her own all day long. But she really would like to do things that we're interested in and that you folks in the audience are interested in. So if you have one that you'd like, fire it at me, email up at the top there, and let me know, and then I'll pass that on to her because she wants to do things that you will like. So that will be, and then now the 15th, when Kathy does hers, that will be the last Wednesday show until January 5th. So we're going to take a break from the Wednesday shows, and then I think it's the 19th will be our last podcast until after the first of the year. I'll run some encore podcasts on Sundays, but it'll be our last podcast Wednesday or Sunday new until after the first of the year. Just going to take a couple weeks off. We do this every year, but just for those who are new, going to take just a couple weeks off and just kind of recharge the batteries and enjoy the holidays. So that's coming up. Now, drawing tonight, and for those who are new, the drawing is only for people who watch the live show. We do the drawing right after the show. So if you're on the live show, you have a chance to be in the drawing. Otherwise, sorry. What we do is you send an email, and it's right up there at the top. Right there, you send an email to me, Gary at WeTalkFiber.com, and in the subject, you put cross tonight. Just the word cross, don't put anything else, and that goes in a special mailbox so that they're all together in one thing. So just cross, and you send an email anytime during the show. Anytime, I'll leave that up here, but anytime during the show, you send an email, and then in the body of the email, you put your name and address so that we can send it to you. Do the drawing right after the show, and then we send out to the winners. So we did not have a drawing last week because we didn't have a show. So new this week now. So three charts. These are just charts now. 3 charts. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, we gave away the Cypress Grove, the newest design from Avlia. Cypress Grove. I'm going to take you off, Jenifer.
Okay.
The newest one from Avlia. So she gave a chart or a kit and then two charts. So this is the chart for Cypress Grove. It's a beautiful thing. You can see it's easily placemat centerpiece size for a table, but a beautiful thing. So Cypress Grove is one of the things that is in the drawing tonight. Then another one from Krista West at Avlia. And Krista is a sponsor. Please help or support our sponsors. Avlia is a sponsor of on an ongoing basis, so please support. And Dodecanese urn. This has been around for a short while. Beautiful thing. And that's the other chart. So 2 charts from Avlia, Dodecanese urn and Cypress Grove. And then Sue Hennig from just a town away from where we used to live had bought it twice. Bought it twice, sent one to us to use. This is called Little Red Chair Sampler. Little Red Chair Sampler. That's the chair right there.
That's a good one.
Yep, the Scarlet House. So she sent that along. Tanya Brockmeyer, the Scarlet House, Little Red Chair Sampler. So thanks to Susan Hennig for sending that along, and so that'll be the 3rd one. So 3 cross-stitch pieces tonight. The sampler from Scarlet House, Dodecanese urn, and Cypress Grove. So thanks to that, and I do putting you back on now, Jenifer.
Okay.
Avlia, Kathy Ray, Kim at Sassy Jacks, the Attic, Gene at the Attic, and our new sponsor, Stitchville, all sponsoring us. And as you're buying things, gifts or whatever, please keep them in mind. And if you buy from them, really appreciate if you mention that you heard about them from Fiber Talk, so that they know that their sponsorships are working. But appreciate if you support sponsors, because they are, quite frankly, they are what keeps us going, because as we suck up more hard drive space on the servers and more bandwidth as we grow, it gets, the dollars add up. So without these sponsors, it just couldn't happen. There was a time. Was that?
Did you see the post from Needle in a Haystack with the little laser cut tool
Oh,
trays?
yes.
Did you see
Oh,
that today? Oh, they were so cute.
oh, I saw that. I got to
She
talk
has
to her and
multiple
see.
different
Yeah,
ones.
I got to talk to her and see if we can get a fiber talk. Those are very
Well,
cool.
one of them says King of Stitching, and then one says Queen of Stitching, and then
Oh,
there's a couple others say other things.
I should buy one.
They're
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
They're really cute.
Kathy and her laser cutter. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, please do that. Please support our sponsors. Yeah. There was a time when out of Margaret and my pocket we could support this thing, but not anymore. It's too much.
That was
So,
what, didn't you guys say it's going to be your 5-year anniversary soon?
January will be 5 years. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Believe it or not, January will be the 5th year. We start 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and sometime in there will be our 500th. Um,
Ooh.
500th show.
Episode?
Yeah, I got to figure that out. I hope we can do that so it'll be a well. We'll
That'd
make
be
it
cool.
happen one way or another. Yeah, but very cool. Um,
Nice.
also, looking for more photos of your finished projects that I can use in the videos on Wednesdays. Those are always helpful. So send those in, and if you have clean out your stash and don't want to bother selling them, we're happy to have stuff for giveaways. We still got a decent supply, but it dwindles quickly. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
contribute to that, just write to me. I'll send you the address and be happy to have them because we like doing the giveaways. Okay, so one thing that we've got ourselves so hooked into this, and it's your fault. All your fault. This WIPGO thing
Yay.
is, all right, we're all in. We're all in. Jenifer
Awesome.
caused the problem, and now we're all in.
Yeah.
So what we did is we each put together our WIPGOs, and really sorry
Yep.
Beth can't be with us tonight.
I
But
know.
boy, this has been eye-opening. So we wanted to show while we're as part of the show, we wanted to show our WIPGOs. So let me flip over to that and unmute us
Yep.
there.
So that's
So
me.
this is Jenifer. Jenifer's WIPGO. So this is what she's going to do in 2022. And this is a Facebook group. Now, we should probably explain a little bit. This is a Facebook group that you join. I joined this afternoon, and you have to answer a couple questions, but they're the ones everybody asks. How'd you find out? What are your interests? That kind of thing. Simple stuff. And then you do this thing. Now, Jenifer, take us through this again so everybody understands what we're doing.
So at the beginning of the month, I think her name is Jessie Marie, who runs the group. She will draw 2 numbers, and those will be the 2 numbers that you pick from your board that you work on that month. And you can see how you number the board 1 through 5 across and so on. And you just put in projects, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then if she draws number 13, which is the free space, which I have something in there, if she draws that, she will draw another number. So there will be 1 month that has 3 numbers drawn. And last year that happened to be January.
Okay.
And we
So,
had just started Spring Hill. And Spring Hill, I had put it in there already. It was already, so it just happened to be that we had just started Spring Hill. The free space, I put Spring Hill there, and she drew it in January. So I was already working on Spring Hill.
yeah. So you can see
out.
there, what Jenifer does, if her numbers, for whatever ones are drawn, then Jenifer does an hour per day for 7 days on one of those 2 projects. So for instance, if in January the numbers 7 and 14 are drawn, then Jenifer will stitch on Wacky Witches and Stitches for an hour per day for 7 days, and then Teresa Wentzler's mini sampler for an hour a day for 7 days.
Right.
And you can set that anything you want, right?
Yeah.
It's not a rule.
Yeah, no, you can, your goal is your choice.
Yeah.
I mean, some people want to do a certain number of stitches. Some people are close to finishing something, so they say they want it finished. I mean, and it could be different. Some people have, for each project, they have a different goal and they write it out at the bottom. I just made mine really easy.
Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm following you. Hour per day for 7 days. I can't. If I can do that, that'll be a miracle. But
Or half hour or 7 hours total or whatever, because your
yeah,
schedule is so different.
right. But now this time Jenifer made hers up, and she has no repeats.
I don't.
So that yeah. So
I
a
have
few whips.
25 whips.
Oh, Anne Marie joined. Okay, and yeah. Um,
Yep.
and I joined today. I was telling Jenifer before we started. I joined today, and half hour later I went back to Facebook. Oh, it was to post the today's podcast, and already there was a flood of posts. It's a very active group, and some of the WIPGO charts are pretty fancy. People go all out.
Yeah, some people get really, and there is more that goes on in the group every month than what I participate in. They have like WIPGO weekends, these little challenge weekends and stuff, and I've just not participated in any of that. Maybe
Yeah.
next year I might, I don't know, but
Now
so
Needlesmith says I can't join the group because I only have one stitching project, one quilt and one sewing. So there you go. So have some blanks. Put those in twice each month and have some
hmm
blanks. And
yeah.
yes, Josie, you make your own document.
Yeah, you have to make your own. I made mine in Pages on my tablet, and it's just a chart. I just inserted a chart and then just filled it out.
Yeah. Now I did mine. I'll
You
skip
can hand
Beth's.
draw it. Well, Beth hand drew hers, it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Here's Beth's.
Mm-hmm.
So Beth did just hand drew hers. And it looks like she's got boxes. She must be checking off
Yeah. And then doesn't she have
hours.
writing at the bottom?
Yeah, that's the months. So she's gonna write
Oh,
down what's
okay.
selected, but then it looks like
Oh,
she's gonna check off. I'm gonna say 8 hours.
maybe days. Yeah, I'm not sure
So
what her
yeah,
goal is.
I'm guessing that.
Yeah.
Whoops. Except for the Haid where that didn't get 8 boxes.
Where, oh, I see that. It's just got one big box. It's just like,
Yeah.
work on it.
Yep. So that's
That's
Beth. So,
funny.
yeah, I mean, it can be that simple. She just took a piece of grid paper, drew some squares. It doesn't have to be fancy. Some people really do them up. It's what do you do the remaining 2 to 3 weeks? Well, you
Yeah.
stitch other
Whatever
things.
you want.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is just a tool to keep you going on active projects.
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you forget. Like when I made my board last year and I
Oops.
went through my closet and my cupboards, I found stuff that I had forgotten about.
Yeah.
So it brings things and you're like, oh yeah, that thing.
Yep. Happened to me this afternoon.
There you go.
Yeah, I was putting mine together this afternoon, and I hauled stuff out, and I had literally forgotten about things. Like for instance, um, I started embroidery on some monograms, just some alphabet letters that Mary Corbett had a
Oh,
long time ago, and there was the linen with one half done. Hey,
yeah.
all right, I got to do that. Then I started Miss Dior, which is a Trish Burr white work.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
White work, embroidery, whatever she calls it. And I
hmm
started that. I never got back to it, so I put that on the
What about
list.
the old world Santa? I don't know if I've ever heard you talk about
Well,
that.
that's been one of my traveling things. I have these.
Oh,
Hang on just a second.
or it's been a long time, maybe.
No, I don't think I've shown it. This is all there is done.
You
It's
have to put
very.
you on the. We
Oh, I
still are
gotta.
just looking at your
Yeah,
board. You got to switch your camera.
thank you. So it's over one. I'm doing it over one.
Oh, that's what that is. I was like, what's that little
Yeah,
gnome thing
it's a
you're
little
showing?
Santa because
It's yours.
it's these. There's not a good picture of them.
Oh, that's across my heart. That's the same people that
Yeah.
are doing my village alphabet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Oh well.
Look
Yeah.
at
There's
that.
the three Santas right there.
Oh, cool.
So
Those are
that's what I'm
pretty.
doing. Yeah, I'm doing them over one on 40 count. I think it is.
Wow.
And this is an old one because it has quarter stitches and half stitches and 2/3 stitches or whatever, 3/4 stitches.
So you're just gonna do those as solid or leave them out depending on where they fall?
Well, I have 3 pieces of linen. No, oh no, I believe in those stitches. I'm
No,
not,
but I mean if you're doing it over 1 on 40.
or no, I'm sorry, over two, and so I can do
Oh,
those. Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, you're
Okay.
right. No,
I
it's
was
over
like,
two.
because I'm having a problem with one of my projects that I did it over one and there's a few halves and I'm like, ugh, I have to
Yeah,
make judgment calls.
yeah. So that, and that's been
Okay.
in my traveling bag, and I thought, no, I'm going to get the traveling ones out and
Okay.
and do those because I have everything. It's all just DMC, but I love
Mm-hmm.
those old Santas, and I'd really like to. I'm not doing them all on one sheet, so I'm going to have them each
Okay.
framed separately. But I think I'm going to have them done as stand-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
So
fun.
yeah. So that's what old world Santas
Cool.
are. Yeah.
Yep, that's so funny. It's the same company that I have my chart from,
Uh huh.
my old chart.
Yeah. So what's Sandy saying here? Deb DeCrane is here. Yoga class is done.
Yep.
One chart for the entire year. No, one chart for the entire year, Josie.
Huh?
And
Oh,
yeah. So whatever
yeah.
the number
One
is,
WIPGO board for the whole year.
right. No, 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 Sandy, no, no. They draw numbers. The lady who runs it draws numbers. So, like I described earlier, if she draws in January for me, if she draws numbers 7 and 15, then I would do 7 hours on the Dowager Countess of Grantham and Port-à-Fête.
Yeah,
So
in
I
the
would
whole
work on
month.
those two. All the other days in the month, I could work on whatever I want.
Right.
But it's just a way of keeping those going. And so,
So
yeah,
here,
go ahead.
have you seen a picture of what I do? Here, I'll show you I have my thing pulled up on my pad.
Okay, hang on.
Let's hope the lighting.
There.
Okay.
There. Okay.
All right. So what I do is the one that, so like, which, oh, this is from last month. I just pulled up one that I found. Anyway, I circle the ones for the months, the numbers that are called. And then see where the big red X's are? That's the month of March that I didn't get it done because I was headachy that month. So those
Mm-hmm.
two have big X's, which means I failed. And then there's the one, like number 10, you can barely see a yellow check mark. That means I worked on it. And number 24, I worked on it, but I didn't really complete the goal. So it got a yellow check mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then green check marks means I completed the goal.
Okay.
So,
So then,
and
okay.
I
So she,
erase and I edit this in my tablet in my books. You can touch it and erase and mark on it and stuff like that.
yeah. So the same number doesn't get called twice in the year then.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's on your chart by the end of the year, you'll have worked at least spent, in my case or in your case, 7 hours on one project, on each project.
Right.
Yeah.
So like for November it was number 14 and 16, which is the Teresa Wensler and the Words to Live By. So 9 and 23 were left, and both of those are my modern folk embroidery sampler, which means that gets worked. It just
Yeah.
happened that way, you know.
Yeah. So
So
okay. So yeah,
that's how I keep track.
I did not realize that. I thought that there was potential for the numbers to be called multiple times. So
Oh
this is
no.
good. So then everything on your thing gets worked on at least one set of whatever you determine. Like for you, 7 hours, no matter what,
Right.
if you're disciplined.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I try. So
Yes.
like here's my Words to Live By since I'm on screen for this month. I've got it mostly done, and I completed my goal of my 7 hours, my 7 days. But I didn't for the. Hang on, I have to lean. Here's my Teresa Wensler mini sampler. Oh, get that out of there. Which I've. there goes my laptop. Sorry. I'm having chaos. Okay. So I worked on
your signal's dragging.
There we go. I know, because I'm moving too fast. I have to slow down.
So that one there, you started
And for
this
everybody
year.
who wondered, yeah, I had Jamba Juice 3G Energy Boost before we did our last midweek show, and that's why I was so spazzy hyper. In case anybody noticed I was a lunatic. That's what happened. I didn't notice it at the time. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
So
beautiful.
I did these, and I did this. It's hard to see this right here, but then you couch in. I keep moving it the wrong way. You couch in some Krynic thread, and anyway, this one didn't get the full 7 days because I did a dog sweater that I knitted. I got obsessed.
Yes, Sandy. Yes, Sandy
The dog
P. You're
needed
right.
a sweater.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yes, you're right, Sandy. So you put together a 5x5 grid and number it, and then you put something in each one. In the center one, you can make free, or you can do like Jenifer did and assign it. And then numbers are drawn on the. You got to join the group, and then you see what the numbers are, and then you can see, like Beth in hers. She's got down at the bottom where she's going to put in what numbers were drawn. Right. And then, and my guess is that she's going to do 8 hours on each of the projects. So she's got 8 blocks so she can check off when she gets the hours in. So, yes. Right. And then by the end of the year, then you will have at least put in, Beth will have at least put in 8 hours on every one of her projects. And she's got several duplicates here. Yeah. I didn't even know she was had a hay to even
started. I know.
I
didn't either.
Yep. So that, that opened my eyes this afternoon. I started hauling stuff out, and I could have easily filled it without any duplicates, but I wanted to do some more than one. So
right, and you can, if you want to work on some of these when they're not called, you can, of course.
Right. Yeah. Yes, Deb. For instance, I have 17th century white work, number 10, number 20. I have Sarah Parr in there on number 2, number 22. Yeah, I wanted to duplicate so I would get more time on some of these. So I intentionally put in duplicates.
And I had duplicates last year.
Yeah.
This year I just took because I didn't really finish. I had little mini finishes for like the monthly things.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a big finish, so I just left my chart exactly the same, except for where it started duplicating. I started adding in new starts that I had made during the year. So,
So, yes, Kathy. You see, that I have duplicates. You can do it either way. If you have enough to have only one per square for the full 25, that's what Jenifer did this time. And I had more than 25, but I wanted to work extra on some, so I put them in double. But you can do it however you want. And you can put in. It says when you join it says cross stitch, but you can do anything. Like I've got gold work and embroidery and needlepoint. You can put knitting in. You can put in whatever you want, crochet, whatever it is.
See, I left all my other hobbies off because I could have separate boards for each of those, which I'm not going to, but I could.
Josie, I just made a table in Word.
Yeah, and if you go to the Facebook group, you can look and you'll see all the different ways that people make their boards, and you might see someone whose you want to copy. You'll get ideas of what they do, and that's kind of how you can get ideas of what you might want your goal to be. Read other people's goals, see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then just decide for yourself what you want to do.
Yes, Deb, once a month, they draw, it's 2 numbers once a month, and if number 13, the middle one comes up, then she draws 2 other numbers to go with it.
Well, just one more. Just one more.
Oh, just what?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on when, like, if she draws a number, then 13 comes up, there'll be three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It depends on how it gets drawn, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 a month, and yeah, if you join the thing, you'll see the
Yeah,
like
there's,
she just drew the ones for December, and so she has a thing at the top.
yep, and it stays. And she has a post usually somewhere at the top or somewhere that shows all the numbers for the whole year, which months they were drawn in, and
Yeah. So yeah, I just threw this together this afternoon. The the bigger
mm-hmm.
project was deciding,
Oh my
but
gosh.
yeah, and several of these will be new starts. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean they're ones I have the
Well,
materials
I guess
for.
the Pour to Fet, you haven't started it yet.
No.
You're itching to.
Yeah, well, I can't. Jean Lee is going to send me the threads as soon as she's able to get threads. So,
Right. And the
um,
Rosashi, you have the kit, but you haven't started it.
right, right.
Right.
But those, are, yeah, they're all ones I'm going to do. So this is going to make sure that I get them on the deal. And
Yeah,
then,
last year I did put a couple of new starts on. Like Spring Hill, we were starting it on the 1st. So I
yeah,
put it in because I knew we were going to start it, but I hadn't yet. And then the Berry Bowl sampler, it was a fresh start. And I put that one in. I
yeah,
mean, you can put in new starts. There's nobody saying you can't. You can do whatever you want.
yep,
It's just a fun little tool to sometimes you know how you have so many you can't decide what to work on. This takes the decision away. And it's like you're doing this.
yep.
So,
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And
yeah.
you know, because what you got, I wanted to look at what you have. You got some cool stuff.
Got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
When does Summerhill start? Summerhill us stitching it? I have no idea. We haven't even talked about that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. First, first I need to work on Spring Hill. Um,
Yeah.
we should sort that out. We should have a day for that. I'll make a note.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Anne Marie, I'll make a note.
Now I'm getting close. Well, I haven't worked on mine any since you guys saw it last, so. But I am down to like the bottom section,
Yeah.
which goes pretty fast. Oh, I listened to the show today and heard Beth talk about those trees and those leaves. Told you all about the leaves.
You did.
I was like, they're
And
gonna drive you nuts, and she's like, oh my gosh.
and we'll talk about that, and I'll see if I can get one of our sponsors to put together kits so it'll be easy for you to order.
All right.
Usually the sponsors are more than happy to put together kits for things that are going to get purchased. So,
Right.
yes, Sandy, you have to join the group. Yes, but it's yeah,
Yeah,
just
but I
ask to
mean,
join, answer a couple questions, you're in.
yeah, it's no big deal.
Though for Sandy, they may ask for a background check, but the rest of us just got in. But yeah, Sandy
Oh
might be a little
no,
different. But
that's
yeah.
funny.
So yeah, this was Beth sent some pictures because we were going to talk,
Oh, right.
and I wanted to show. This is
Ooh, that's pretty.
this is the what was that? The Terry Bay. This is the Terry Bay one that she's working
Oh,
on. It's gorgeous.
yeah, it is.
And then this is the Gayan
Oh,
Rogers.
so pretty.
Yeah. So
Oh my
she
goodness.
got started on it. She got the head in.
Yep.
Yeah. And then this is her Haid. Who knew she had a Haid
Oh,
working?
wow. Oh, it's a black and white one.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. That's still
Yeah.
a lot of different shades of gray you have to put in.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Go Beth.
Yeah.
Reptiles, large format. More power to her. Wow.
Doesn't have a Facebook account. Hmm. Well, every month people who do it, find someone who's doing it, follow them on Instagram, and a lot of times people show their numbers that were drawn, and then you can just find out the
Yeah.
numbers that way.
We'll post the numbers. Sandy, you can
Yeah, I
participate.
mean,
Put together a chart, Sandy. We'll post the numbers or we'll talk about them. So just put together a chart, and you don't need a Facebook. We'll
yeah,
just you can participate. Nobody
yeah,
cares.
exactly. Like, who Facebook police gonna come and get you?
Yeah. No, do it. Just put it together,
It's
Sandy.
all good.
We'll announce the numbers in each time in one of the shows. So it's
I'll
not
have
like
to
you'll miss out.
remember to do, because I usually post at the end of the month, like, here was my WIPGO, here's my board, this is what I was supposed to do, and whether or not I did it.
Uh huh.
But maybe at the beginning of the month, I can be like, okay, here's my WIPGO for the month, and do a beginning of the month post instead of just an end of the month.
Yeah.
Now that we're all involved in it, because before it was just me, and I was like, whatever,
Yeah. It was just you
I'll
being
post
weird.
whenever I feel
Now we're
like,
all weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
You're back on the screen.
I know, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, if you don't have a Facebook account, and these days, I think that's probably not a rare thing.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll make sure you know what the numbers are. Don't worry about it. We'll cover you.
Yes. Here, I'll show this is my WIPGO that I'm going to be working on all December because it's being called twice. Well, because I put it in two spots.
Yeah.
So this is that Modern Folk Embroidery 2019 stitch along.
Yep. That's neat.
This is all I've gotten done. Isn't it pretty?
Yep. It
And you can
is.
see, I have my little XY lines in. They're really light peach. You can't even hardly see them. There
That's
you can
nice.
kind of see them.
Yeah.
But on this middle one, I was like, oh, I can do this without putting the lines in. And I messed up. I had to take out that whole center fountain thingy,
Oh
which is what I
no.
started. Yeah. So I was
Oh.
like, I'm putting my lines in. I don't.
Linda, I assume. I mean, the numbers were up today on December 1 for December, so it must be either the last day of the previous month or first day of the month that she announces
Sometimes
the
she picks
numbers.
them like 2 or 3 days before the month ends
Oh, okay.
for the next. So yeah, you have time.
Yeah. Time to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So,
And look at the
yep.
two and decide which one you want to do first, or that's how I do it.
Yeah. No, it's going to be an interesting experience here. Yep. Yep. Hopefully there'll be progress. So there we go.
Yeah, I make some.
Yep. So, yeah, see, Sandy, that's just it. If you don't have tons of projects, then you just put new starts in and or duplicate.
Yeah.
Because putting it in twice on your chart doesn't mean it's going to be worked on twice as long in that month. It just means, it might come up once. But now Jenifer has an odd one in that the two that are chosen this month were duplicates, but none of the other months were duplicates, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I have like the butterfly lace was in there twice, but it got called different months. The
Right.
Jenifer Gilbert last year was in twice, and it got called different months. This one just so happened that both of them are in the same month.
Yeah. So, yeah, the random part. Yep.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And Beth was asking me in the podcast what I was going to do if I get a bingo.
Yeah, everybody gets the same numbers called, so I
I
don't
wasn't, yeah.
think that's a thing
Okay.
unless she's read something in the group that I don't know about. But
Yeah.
like I said, I don't participate in the group very much. All I do is use the numbers
Yeah.
because they have weekends and they have other stuff that goes on that I don't participate in that stuff.
Yeah, I saw that, a mention of WIPGO weekend,
Yeah.
which, what does that mean? You stitch on your
So
WIPGOs for that month
it's
all
some sort of
weekend?
a weekend challenge thing
Oh,
to see how much you can get done or something. I don't know. I've never done it.
I'll be
So
glad to just keep up with what's on the board. I'm not going
pretty much.
to.
And my weekends tend to be we go do stuff or we take Sophie
Right.
out, and
Yeah.
so
So, Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, there's all kinds of things. Just, whatever you want to get out of it. Um, but yeah, cool idea. So
Yeah,
we'll have fun.
it's fun.
For me,
Yes, indeed.
progress on something, on
Mm-hmm.
several of these things. Yes. Oh,
Well,
let me
you got
put
your
the,
Hannah done, so
right.
that was a
That
big
was
deal.
one. That was. Yeah. I'm
It was
not,
a big deal. Didn't you get that done like within a year?
yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's not like you haven't done, you worked really hard on one thing.
Right. Right.
So,
And I'm moving along on this Sarah Parr one. I'm cooking along. I'll be all right. You're supposed to reward
yeah.
yourself if you get a bingo. The same numbers are called, but not everyone completes the block. Okay.
Maybe that's it.
Oh,
Maybe
if you
people
didn't.
give themselves really hard challenges,
Oh,
and if you do it, like mine's so easy, it's hard for me to not complete my challenge. Something has to go really wrong for me to not complete
yeah.
it. But see, I don't like to I don't like to set myself up to fail. I already have enough challenges in my life.
So, but okay, I can see. So, like for you on your chart there, where you make the green checks that you completed it. So I could see how you could
Mm-hmm.
get a bingo
Yeah.
up, down, or
Yeah.
whatever by
Mm-hmm.
completing the challenge for that each one of those. Okay, I can see that. Then you could
Yeah. I
reward
guess I didn't
yourself with more projects.
or whatever. Ice cream.
Yeah, yeah, important stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah,
That's right.
yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I think be an interesting thing. I tell you, for me,
Yeah.
if it makes me move along on some of these, it'll be worth it.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Yep, that one. Let's go over here.
So there we have it. Um, let's see. Quilt has 9 red work blocks. So yeah, there you go.
Ooh, yeah.
There's 9 projects.
Because
See
red
there.
work,
Yeah.
that's hand sewing.
Yep. That's how it works. Yep. Make it up.
I have like a quilt that I could make. I have I don't even want to.
Yeah,
Got so
Nooper.
many projects.
Nooper with people with discipline and common sense. Yeah, that's what they would do. But yeah, you're right, Nooper.
And yeah,
Oh, and by the way, Nooper, I thanks for what you wrote to me. I will respond to you. You wrote it at a time when I was swamped, so I owe you a response. But appreciate your thoughts on that. And yeah, count on Nooper to come in with the common sense approach. Yeah, I'd like to. That's a good. It's a gimmick. If it motivates you, it motivates you. It's worth it.
and I kind of like the fun of seeing what am I going to stitch on this next month that I've already started, mostly,
Yeah.
and just see what's going to come up,
Yep.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Nooper says it works. Yeah. I believe you, Nooper.
Yeah. Well, I used to do one thing at a time, and I got stuff done
There,
quickly.
see Sandy. See as the time goes by this evening, Sandy, who didn't have enough to fill a chart, is already filling her chart. Yeah. See, this is what happens. It's what happened to me this afternoon. Oh, I've got 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 12. Oh man, I got too
Mm-hmm.
many. Yeah, that was my afternoon. Yep.
Yeah.
Great show. Thank you. I just wanted to let you know I just finished stitching Evlia, Dory, and Lee's project. You gifted me a couple. Oh,
Nice.
great. We'll make a lovely table
Cool.
topper. Thank you.
Take a
Oh, good.
picture and send it in.
Send the picture. We'll share it. We want to share it with people. Yeah. Plus, send it to Krista West at
Yeah.
Evlia. She has a gallery there. She likes to have those. Good for you, Joanne.
Yep.
Yay. A winner who finished a project.
That's
Wow.
cool.
Should be like a medal or
Nice.
something for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. What else we got here? We're supposed to be stitching here tonight.
I know. I've got it here, but we've been looking at WIPGOs and
Yep.
reading comments, so.
Yeah, no, I tried to get something from every technique in the chart.
That's cool.
That became my goal. So
Yeah, I've got like at least
ha
3
Martha, oh Martha, that you remember. Here's what
Facebook
happened with that.
links.
Here's what
Oh
happened
my
with that.
goodness.
I had filled out the chart and I was looking for something else, and there was Glitz and Glamour Opal, probably 80% finished. I almost put it on the chart, and I might take one of these off and put it on, because that thing is almost done. And thank you, Martha. Yeah, that one actually came out today for consideration.
Put it in your free space.
Yeah. Oh, that I could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No cheating with the free space. No.
Gary, let's see Sarah Parr. Oh, I can show you.
Yeah. Yep, I've got my Curdy Biggs ornaments that I started. I put that in.
There's
Ooh, look how pretty.
where she's at now.
It's upside down.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. I fixed that earlier today. Just a minute. There we go.
There it is. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so that's where the verse that I have to do over 1, I have to chart out. That goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started down, there's a couple birds, and then there's some urns down here. But this is pretty much the bottom of it right here. That's pretty much it. So.
Ooh, you're getting close.
Yeah, if I could get some concentrated time on it, I'll finish it.
Awesome.
But yeah, these moss, I did this one, and I looked over here. I'll just do this. That'll give everybody a headache. I looked over here and it didn't match, so I tore a whole bunch of this one out. And then I looked at the chart. It's not supposed to match. It was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I was so mad because I expected them to be duplicates, but then I forgot this is a reproduction sampler. Don't expect symmetry anywhere.
Oh
but
my.
yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty one. This is one of those where the chart would never sell you on doing this. You know, that's the chart. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you'd buy that chart. You know, I mean, that's just, quite frankly, yeah.
Yeah, but the newer one, is better.
Yeah, and then the only reason I got it was because our daughter's name, and so then the end result is that it actually is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I don't have that much to go.
No.
What do I got down here? Yeah, you can see I'm right here.
Right.
So not too much. He said.
I
Knock
know.
that out in 3 or 4 hours, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I want to work on my Spring Hill some more this month, but I also want to really, work on that alphabet sampler too. But I did that knitted sweater, and then I really needed to focus on my WIPGOs because I went on vacation, and before that I didn't work on them before vacation. I was so busy before vacation. It was crazy.
Yeah. Let's see here. Deb DeCrane. Oh yeah, Deb. I'll tell that story in a second, Deb, on my whitework sampler thing. Thanks, Nooper. Appreciate your kind words. Yeah, Opal will get that one done. Yeah, so about halfway. So yeah, but Nooper, this one is actually going to be a top priority in December for me. I have it on the WIPGO thing, but I may be close to finish by the time we get to January, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, and then if you really get going on something that you put on your board, you finish it before it's ever called, just substitute something else in.
Yeah.
Just rewrite your board.
Yep. Yeah, so
There's
Deb.
nobody saying you can't.
Yeah, so Deb, there's a small group of us that did the whitework, 17th century whitework sampler project, massive project, with Tricia Nguyen at Thistle Threads. And Deb and Beth and Mary have been quite diligent about moving along, and I started it, and then I haven't done anything with it. And then yesterday, I got a text from Beth asking if I had downloaded all the lessons, because yesterday was the last day, the end of November. You're back on screen.
Okay.
That yesterday was the last day. So I thought, oh man, I only downloaded like 4 of the 12 or whatever it was. So I went to download them, and for whatever reason, my thing had expired. So I had to send email to Tricia and say, yeah, I'm one of those students. I didn't do what I was supposed
Uh-oh.
to. And she sends reminders all the time. Be sure and download, be sure and download. This lesson's available. Keep up with
Oh.
your downloads, you know. So when it expires, you're not without. So she extended me so I could download them all. But last night was a massive download of lessons. And,
Oh my
ooh, that's,
goodness.
yeah, you know. I'm sure she just rolled her eyes like, oh, geez.
Well, you moved and
Yeah,
stuff. I mean,
still. Reminders all year long. Come on. You know, I should be better than that. But,
yeah.
yeah, whatever. She
Yeah.
covered me. We're good. I got my things. Be sure now to get in the drawing. Remind you to get in the drawing. Giving away the Avlia
It's so
Cypress Grove
pretty.
chart. I really like that one.
Yep.
The
All of hers are so
Avlia
pretty.
Dodecanese urn. And then from Susan Hennig from the Scarlet House, Little Red Chair Sampler. So those are the
Oh, I
3
know. That's
tonight.
so cute.
Only for people here at the live show.
I
Email at
like
the
the
top.
colors on that
Yeah,
one.
this one is really nice. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
40 count, 6.75 by 9 inches.
It's cute. Deb from Country Stitchers. Remember Deb?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Country Stitchers? Is
Yeah,
that the?
yeah,
Yeah. She did it, and it is so cute.
yeah.
And it's so little, but it's so cute.
There's something about those little samplers that are really, it's really appealing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just little 7 by 10 or whatever samplers, yeah.
Yeah. It's adorable.
So, yeah, this is, I'm sure the chart is, yeah, the chart's excellent. Yep. Yep. 2014 for that
Very
one.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
They never get old. Whoop. Ah.
I liked your studio tour. That was really cool.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
I mean, you've got the setup with the lights and all that. I mean, you've got a setup.
I had a chance and I seized it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was really, really that. I had an empty room that had no other need or use, and I thought, no, I'm going to do this and do it right all the way around, so that I'm never, you know, sitting here, boy, if it was just like this, it would be really great. No, I just did it all. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm really, really pleased with it all the way around. It's a
Yep.
great room to be in. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in here. Yeah.
And those tables are nice.
Yeah.
They do like you guys were saying earlier today. You thought they were going to be more like work tables and be
Yeah.
kind of like, nah. They look good. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, those are nice. I don't know if this house, but you know, hopefully in 2 or 3 years we'll be moving and I'll have more space
Yeah.
and I can get tables. Those are
Yep.
nice tables.
They really are. Yeah, you think Husky Tool Company workbench from Home Depot, you think, oh, geez, how can that?
Yeah.
But no, they're solid, and this is solid wood. I mean, they're heavy.
I know, I see.
It's all finished beautifully, and yeah, they're very nice. Yeah, I'm really. It's like Beth asked today in the podcast, you know, what's my favorite part or what's the best part, and it's these tables. These tables are everything. You know, they're the foundation for this whole room, and they're what makes it work. So yeah,
Yep.
really
They're
pleased
awesome.
with them. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I
And
really
they
like
are
them.
heavy. Who are they heavy?
They look heavy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's some solid, thick wood.
Yep. Yeah, it's
And then,
well, it's a full inch thick, solid wood by this table I'm on right now, 4 foot, and 6 foot for the other one. But you know, a full inch thick of whatever wood it is just heavy, and it's a hard wood. It's not
Hmm.
pine, I don't think. But
Well, if it's going to be a workbench, it needs to be hard.
yeah, yeah,
So,
but yeah, no, they.
yeah. Oh, and then those big laptop mats
Oh
that you
yeah,
showed.
oh yeah.
I got my husband one for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah, I ordered it. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Because he doesn't use one and it's scratching around the table upstairs. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, that's a good idea."
yeah.
I didn't know they made those.
I didn't either till when we were in Arizona at Kevin's, and
Mm-hmm.
I went in. Oh, I recorded shows at his desk. What is
Oh.
this thing? And I said, "Where'd you get this?" He says you got to look at the gear that gamers use. He says
Hmm.
gamers have the best gear. They know all the tricks, and he says that's
Interesting.
where. Yep. He says that's the stuff. Like
Huh.
he's got a gamer's mouse, which is more than I care for. But he said that's yeah. The gamers are the ones who demand the good stuff. But yeah, that big old pad,
Wow.
keyboard, it's everything. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Uh,
tables go up and down. Isn't there a crank? I saw the
yep.
crank and you crank them
Yep.
up and down.
There is a crank.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's the crank. Comes right off. But yeah, yeah, they go all the way up. I forget how high, but basically they go up high enough that I can stand up very comfortably, no leaning over. I mean, they go up high. Uh,
Wow.
Very handy. Yeah, very handy. Um,
Very cool.
yep. When I've had linen that I wanted to clean up the edges, square it up, and then sew the edges.
Mm-hmm.
I crank the thing all the way up, put the sewing machine, then I've got this big table with all this space, and you can walk around, do whatever you want, and you get the cutting board out, and then you've got still more space, and oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, really is. Really good. Casters,
Even
yes.
though I have my sewing machine set up all the time, I still hand stitch around the edges of my linen a
Oh,
little.
no,
I like to do it. I'm
no.
like, la, la,
Okay, no, I ripped through that. I want that done. Yes, Deb, they're
la.
casters, really heavy duty
Hmm.
casters. I mean, these are industrial quality casters with locks on them, so you can move it to a spot and lock them down, or you can just put regular plastic or Teflon feet on the bottom.
Mm.
Either way,
Hmm.
they both come with it. But I have them on casters so I can move them around. But then, yeah, you just step on the little lock and lock them down, and they stay. Um,
Yeah,
but they're heavy duty. Yeah,
awesome.
everything is solid steel, or not solid steel, but heavy gauge steel, feet, legs, cross braces, everything. Yeah, yeah. No, that's it's crazy to think that
Yeah.
for needlework or sewing or whatever that you go to the tool section of Home Depot, but if you want a table that's going to last forever and take a beating and never wear out, that's the place to go. And I
And
did a
the
bunch of
adjustable
research.
part. The
Yeah, I did a
adjustable
bunch
part
of
is
research
huge.
with after Kim had suggested that because I thought, oh, I bet I can find something as good that's less expensive. No, no.
Mm-mm.
If you can find anything less expensive, the quality drops off dramatically. It's nothing
Yeah.
like these. Yeah,
And then your toolboxes with the threads in.
yeah, yeah,
Because you look at them and they're heavy duty. And
yep,
then you open it, it's like, oh, these pretty threads.
yep,
So funny.
yep. Well,
I
that
was like, oh, that's great.
the friend of ours who gave them to me, they had just moved into a house, and we were there, and they hadn't been in it very long, and the previous owner had a gun room. He was
Mm.
obviously a hunter. It's up in Wisconsin, which is not unusual for people to have gun rooms, and but he had a full blown room, all fixed up, and you could tell where he had all the rifles and shotguns, all in racks and everything. And then he had these toolboxes for ammunition,
Mm.
and he had left those behind. I don't know why, but he had left them
Hmm.
behind because they're heavy duty toolboxes. And so this friend of ours said, there was another couple with us. Do you guys want these? The other guy said, no, I got no use for them. I said, yeah, I do. I said, if you really want to get rid of them, I'll take them. And he says, you're welcome to them. He says, what are you going to do with them? I said, you're not going to believe this. And
Put
I think
myself
everybody
in
kind of mentally rolled their eyes. But I said, yeah, I said, they're going to get filled with thread. And
Oh my
um,
gosh.
so I put acid-free tissue paper in the bottom and
Mm-hmm.
fill them up. Yep, yep.
Yeah, they need a little organizing, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Organizing would be good. Yeah,
Yeah, any tool thieves that come in your house think they're going to score.
right. Now
Gonna
they
get a
want
big surprise.
lots of silk, lots of cotton, but no
Mm-hmm.
tools. What do we got going here? Yeah,
Yeah.
IKEA desk. Yeah, see, I had that, and it was deteriorating.
Yeah,
Yep.
sometimes you're sewing, if you don't have a really sturdy table, the sewing machine can make the table bounce.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. Mine doesn't. I got these from IKEA. I did one of those make your own table kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I have legs that do raise up, but it's not a handy crank.
Uh-huh.
But it's more stable because my other table that I had, it did bounce. I
Yeah.
was tired of my table bouncing every time I
Yeah.
was sewed.
Well, the IKEA one that I
Yeah.
had before these, I had the same experience. Plus, it was starting to sag because it was just duty, really heavy duty cardboard about this thick in between
Mm,
laminates. So it was, over time it was sagging. These
yeah.
tables don't move when the sewing machine's on. No,
Yeah.
there is no
Yeah. Mine
movement.
doesn't either. So that's good.
Yeah. What is this here? Is
Hmm.
YT
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel called Patty Mac. Oh, she got one for sewing. Oh,
Hmm.
that must be the IKEA one, huh?
Or maybe like one of the ones you got. I
I
don't know.
lost track of what they were talking about, but
I know.
yeah. So I'll have to check that out. Patty Mac makes. Have to see. Yeah, yeah. No, these tables. Yep. Don't regret it 1 second. Kim Young, spot on with that. Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Good call. But it's interesting because that's with these hobby things. You don't think outside of the hobby,
Mm-hmm.
but there's lots of things that are very useful, especially for storage, that are designed for other things
Other,
and
yeah.
and are
And
excellent. Yeah.
sometimes they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be better quality and cheaper.
Yep.
You have to look around.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, it's like how many people go running off to the Container Store. All kinds of solutions for that. Um,
oh, yeah, we don't
yeah.
even have a Container Store in Connecticut.
No.
Nope.
Well, you should get
I
one.
think, yeah, I think we'd be in trouble.
IKEA drop leaf table because it's solid wood. See, that's the key. Solid wood.
Mm-hmm.
How much do those Husky tables cost? Let me just do a little look see here. Come on. Oh, I keep hitting the trackpad with my palm, and it's making weird things go on.
Oh,
Husky workbench.
ooh, they might be having sales.
Oh, they always have a sale. 52 inch, 52-inch adjustable work height table is 199. 46 inch, 179.
How deep are they? Or wide or whatever. The other
Um,
measurement.
the 62-inch is 26 inches. No, wait. Oh, it goes from 26 to 42 inches. 26 to 42 inches.
Oh, the depth?
Width is 62, depth is 24. Yes, 2 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 feet by 62 inches, 24 by 62 inches is, that's my big one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other's the 40, 48 or 52 or whatever it is, yeah. So a couple $100 for the 52 incher and the 62 inch 229. So, and then they have one that has a table or has a drawers underneath it, but it does, that's $349. I didn't get that. That was more than I wanted to spend. So yeah, yep.
Someday, if I have like a big room, this is people who sew might know about these, but it's the koala sewing tables where your sewing machine can go down and go
Oh,
underneath and be stored
uh-huh.
inside, and it opens up and it's got
Yeah,
this huge table area and it's got all these drawers and stuff.
yeah,
That'd be nice
yeah,
someday.
yeah.
For the sewing machine, and then you'll have other tables and stuff too, but
The Sandy, one of the things you can have it shipped if you order from Home Depot. You can just have it shipped to your house. You have to pay a little shipping, but it's not bad. But I had them shipped to the store, and then our car I can fold down the seats, and the short one fit inside. The other one was hanging out quite a bit, but we don't have that far to go, so it was hatch up and yeah. But yeah, no, I mean they're not cheap, but they're not horribly expensive. It's not like they're $500 or $600.
yeah, and it's gonna last forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's just it. You know how many of the others are you going to buy over the course of 10 years? This thing will still
Hmm.
be cooking. It's not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they're pretty too.
Yep.
They're attractive,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah. I got a really small dent in the other one the other day, and I was like, oh,
Oh no,
got to be careful. Got to be
no
careful.
dents.
It's really small, but still, it irks me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't have enough room in my current sewing situation for a koala table either. I mean, I could, but it'd be tight. It's already tight in here.
Yeah. You get the new house, you'll be set. Yep.
Yeah, my husband's like, you're just gonna get more stuff and expand.
He's seen your movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's seen your
Yeah,
movie. Yep.
we do.
All right. Oh, it's 10 after already. I think
Is
we'll
it?
call it right here.
Alrighty.
Yep. Okay, get your entries in for the drawing. Going to go right over there.
I know you don't have to go upstairs anymore. It used to be I
Nope.
have to go upstairs.
Right over there.
Now you just roll your chair up.
That's right. And do the drawing here in just a couple minutes. So send in your emails so we have it. Yeah, see, Sandy, that's just it. Yep. You spend a little more up front, lasts forever, holds up. You don't have any problems. Yep. Okay, we're out next Sunday. Danielle Clough, you'll want to hear that. And then now next Wednesday, Kathy Andrews will be with us. Make a note so you don't miss that one. It's going to be a good one. Subject not exactly uplifting, but the artwork and the way to deal with it, very good. So join us then. Thanks for being with us tonight.
All right.
Prayers
Bye.
for Nanette and Beth.
Yes.
And thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.